Hello everyone, Larissa here. And in this video, I wanted to show you how to make a DIY book page garland. So I already have made one. And if you've seen any of my previous videos or been over to my blog of houses and trees, you may have seen this in my Christmas decor. You may have seen it just in my regular decor. I also have these full-sized paper orbs that are bigger than these little guys. And I also have made a pumpkin out of book pages. So surprise, I like to make things out of book pages. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to make this. The reason why I like this DIY is because you're using existing materials and you're not using brand new paper to be making your DIY. So I actually have the book, The Silmarillion. It's a paperback. It's not, I mean, it's worth its weight in gold, of course, because it's literature, but it's not worth anything, this specific copy. So I would just urge you that when you get a book, please make sure that you're not cutting up a rare book or something that's has sentimental value or anything like that. I actually already have I have a Canadian first edition of the Silmarillion, like a hard copy that my husband gave me, which is very dear to me. So I am okay with cutting this one up. Some people would say cutting up books is, you know, they would just hang their heads in shame. They would maybe want to strangle me. But I still feel like using something pre-existing is better than using brand new paper. And I think it looks really nice. And I've already used this book for another DIY. So I just keep using the same books over and over and over again. So, I mean, really this one thick book could get you tons of DIYs. Really, books are just the gift that keep on giving in more ways than one. All right, so we need our book, obviously. We need some twine to put the little orbs on, something to trace to make a circle. So this here is, I would say that's about 1.5 inches in diameter, maybe 2 inches in diameter by the time you're done tracing it. It just depends on what size you want your orbs to be. Obviously a pencil, mine is very short, but yours does not have to be. It can be whatever length pencil that you want. Glue to glue things together. And did I say scissors? You need scissors too, to do the cutting. Okay, so you could pull the pages of the book out before you trace. I like to leave it in the book while I'm doing my tracing, just because, I don't know, it just makes it easier. Then you have the rest of the book as the background for, you know, if I were to do it on this table, it would end up all higgly-piggly. Because I have this beautiful rustic table that I'm working on right now that I got secondhand at an antique mall for like, I want to say $30. So score on that one. So I like to space it out so that I can get as many on one page as possible. You can fit 1, 2, 3 on this one page. For each orb, you'll need about 6, 7, 8 little circles to fold and then glue together. But really you could do just a few if you wanted to have just kind of a more sparse orb, or you could do a lot more and you could have a really nice thick orb with lots and lots of petals, if you will. For mine, I think I have 7 or 8, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay, so I've got my 3 on this one page. You probably can't see because of course you're gonna wanna draw very light circles so that when you do the cutting, you don't really see it. So you could either draw all your circles and then pull the pages out and then do the cutting. You could just do one page at a time and do the cutting, which is what I'm gonna do, so I can just show you how it goes. So I pulled it out and now I'm gonna cut. And of course it doesn't have to be perfect. It really depends on how fussy you want to get with things. So I've got 3 to start. I'm going to do a few more and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I ended up cutting out 12 in total. And I think I decided that I'm going to do 6 per orb. So I currently have enough for 2. So what you want to do when you fold them is the side that you traced on is going to be the outside. So then, because this is where you're going to glue. And so if you didn't cut perfectly, you might have a little bit of pencil schmang, and then you would just glue to cover it up. Unless you were just like amazing with your cutting and you're like, I can't even tell which side I drew on. Or you could also just go through and erase if you see any little things. Again, I'm not about being perfect here. I do, however, think it's important to make sure that when you fold so that the words are all running this way. And then you're gonna glue it so that as you spin the orb around, you'll actually be able to kind of read what it says, which I do. I like to look at my orbs and be like, oh, what does this say over here? And sort of try to guess where it could be in the story or what's going on. I wouldn't fold it. You see how the words are running like this? I wouldn't fold it that way, although you certainly could. And I certainly would not fold it at an angle. I've done these ones here, folded them. Now I'm gonna fold these ones. So I'm just gonna take a peek to see. This is the side there's a little bit of pencil on. So that is going to be my outside. And I like to line up to kind of make it sure it matches. I line up the words on each line going this way. Time to start gluing. So I'm just gonna use this book here. Again, just to rest on, just so that I don't get glue on my, super expensive $30 rustic table. What you wanna do is you wanna take one of your pieces, you take your glue, put a little bit of glue on one side only. Try to get it relatively close to the edges, but yeah, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Take another piece, make sure that it's going the same way, so the words are all running the same way. And then you're just going to lay this on top and press it down. You want to make sure that this side here is pretty well lined up. It doesn't so much matter about this side here. It's this side here because this is actually going to become the center of your orb once you unfold it. See, like that. Okay, so then you do that with all the pieces except for do not glue the last two pieces together quite yet. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, and you can give it a really nice press. See, it's nice and flat right there. This is my favorite part. This is when you open it. Da, 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 and it would loop around and then glue again, right there. I actually think I'm gonna add 2 more pieces because this is with only 6 pieces and you see it's a little bit sparse. So I'm gonna add 2 more so that I have 8 in total. Okay, there we go. Now we got 8 pieces. So I think that's better. Okay, so I told you don't glue together the last 2 pieces, which I seem to have misplaced where mine is. Oh, here it is. They were just kind of stuck a little bit because of the glue. So now this is when your twine comes in. You may have been like, but Larissa, what about the twine? Don't worry, I gotcha. Okay, here comes the twine. Okay, so I'm not even gonna cut my twine off of the bundle here because I don't know how long I'm gonna want. So I'm just gonna start pulling on it. I like to leave a little bit here on the end, or kind of just like, if you're gonna hang it, this is where you would hang it from, or if you're gonna put it in your tree or anything like that. Okay, so what you wanna do is you wanna take the unglued part. So here's your seam. This is where all of the pieces are bunched together from your gluing. You're going to lay your twine in here like this. And here, you can also, like, the great thing about these is that you can just split them wherever you want. So you can just do that, kind of make it be this little flat guy. I'm going to lay my twine in here, get it right into that seam, nice and snug. And I'm going to put some glue down, and then you're going to flip this down, again, keeping it nice and tight and snug in there. Stick that together. And then you're going to just spread all your little pieces around. Okay, so there you go. Now you have your very first orb. You would just repeat the process. You would make another orb the same way. You would glue it. You could space them out as far or as close as you want. So you could put them a lot closer together, or on this one here that I made before, you can see I have them spaced quite far apart. I think this looks nice. It's nice and minimalist. So yeah, I am going to keep working on this one. I'm gonna add some more orbs to it. I'll probably space them out about as far as the one that I've already made. And then I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. So this is where I like to keep my paper orbs that I already made. When it is not Christmas time, I like to just kind of drape it over this antique, I don't know, this is like a chicken feeder thing, I think. And I've got a picture of my grandma there in the background, and I have my antique typewriter, and I just think it looks really cute and adds just a tiny little bit of a softer detail. This is what it looks like when you put it in the Christmas tree. So if you had lots of strands, you could do your whole tree in the paper garland. I just have it up here at the top of my tree right now. I'm gonna add some more as I make it. I think that this also looks really cute and adds something that's a little bit unexpected and pretty. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.